Hi, Sara Levin, the Artful Inker. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I want to share with you how to make this Good Morning Magnolia card that has a faux oxidized ink background. So let's get started working on this technique. So we're going to start this card with a piece of Whisper White, and we're going to create a faux oxidized ink background. To do this, you're going to want your white craft ink, and I just pat it on, smush it on all over my piece of paper. And I have cut my piece larger than the finished piece so that I have the ink gets interesting, and this gives me more options when I cut it down. Okay, and then my color palette for my background are Granny Apple Green. Let's open these up. Seaside Spray, one of the new in colors, Pacific Point, and Coastal Cabana. And then I've got my daubers here, and that's Coastal Cabana, Pacific Point, Granny Apple Green, and Seaside Spray. And we're just going to begin and add some ink to the background. And let me think here. Don't worry about the white ink that transfers. You can use a paper towel when you're done to wipe that. It will not hurt your ink pad. I can hear you screaming already. No! She's ruining her ink pad. But no, it doesn't. Okay, let's go with some Coastal Cabana. Not really sure where I'm going with any of this, but okay, and I want to add some Seaside Spray. And then let's try some Pacific Point. I think I need to add some of this brighter down here in the middle a little bit. And then I want to come back with this Granny Apple Green and kind of blend over some of this. And I think I want a little more Coastal Cabana in here. And a little more of the Seaside Spray. Kind of blending colors a little bit. Okay. Let's call that it. I'm going to set my ink pads aside, and then we're going to give this a little bit of water. The Whisper White ink gives you that more muted tone that you get with the oxidized inks. And then, whoops, see if you can see this on camera. You get kind of a white bloom through here. Let's shake this on with my you're beginning to see some of the, there we go. Okay, can you see that white bloom? Let's pull this up to the camera here. Okay, so let me go hit this with my heat tool, and I'll be right back, and we'll keep moving with this. Next, I'm going to use this big beautiful flower from Good Morning Magnolia and some basic gray ink, and I'm using my Stamparatus so that I can control how dark, meaning I may want a second inking of the flower, and so we'll see whether okay, I think that's perfect the way it is. So let's move on to the next bit. I need to cut this down, and we'll come back and put the card together. While I was cutting the background that we made down to size, I cut a tag with this stitched die in the Wild Rose dies. And then I also used the Hand Letter Prose dies to cut a sentiment. So let's put this card together. I have a thick Whisper White base, a layer of Coastal Cabana, and then this trimmed down layer from our Faux Oxidized Ink Technique. I'm going to use multi-purpose glue and put this on our matte layer here. Okay. And then use multi-purpose glue again and add this layered piece to the card base. Okay, then I have this Wild Rose die tag that I've cut in shimmery white. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. And then here's my sentiment from the hand-lettered prose. We're going to say hi. I've got the take your pick tool here, and I'm going to use this sticky end to help me put these letters on. Just dotting on my glue. Okay. And make sure that's straight. And dot the glue on the base of the eye. Make sure I don't use a sticky finger and leave a sticky fingerprint. Okay. And the take your pick tool is perfect for picking up the dot from the eye. And I will use that to help me put it down as well. Okay. Now I don't want this up too far. Now where did I put my adhesive? Right here in front of me. I want some dimensionals on the back of this piece. Okay. And then let's see. I want a bit of this Granny Apple Green, the texture weave ribbon, and we're just going to do a loop, so that it sticks out and gives us a little pop of brighter color. And decide which way I want these little tails cut. I don't know about you, but I keep a pair of scissors just for cutting ribbon so that I get a nice clean cut each time. Put a glue dot in between that loop and here on the back. And let's see. Let's bring this, oops, fingers are getting fiddly here. And then I've got some of the silver metallic thread. This is one of my favorite embellishments. It's just an easy way to add a light, airy touch. Move those out of the way so I'm not tempted to pick them up. Okay, I've added a single glue dot, and before I press it down, I want to hold this piece over top and check we're just going to bring that down just a smidge. I think that'll do it. Okay. Take these off. One more. Line that up. And yes, I know I'm hanging over, so I'm going to flip my card over and use the bottom of the card as my line to trim. And there we are. Good Morning Magnolia with a faux oxidized ink background. This is Sara Levin, the Artful Inker from theartfulinker.com. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and then hop on over to my blog and shop for your Stampin' Up! Products with me. Thanks. Bye.